Welcome back. You've joined us in the newsroom right here on Neeti Now. And one sector which was negatively impacted by the 50% tariffs that was levied by Trump administration was the gems and jewelry sector. In fact, within the period April to December 2025, gems and jewelry exports from India declined by nearly 50% on account of additional tariffs. But now, with the trade deal being signed, what kind of positive impact will the sector enjoy? And to decode that, we are now joined by Mr. Sabyajit Ray, Executive Director at GJEPC. Mr. Ray, afternoon. Thank you so much for taking your time out and joining us here on ET Now. Big relief coming in for India's gems and jewelry export industry, isn't it? Your initial thoughts on the announcement that came in?
Yes, it is a very, very big announcement, for both our leaders, Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi and the President of US, Mr. Donald Trump. So this yesterday night, I think it's fireworks. So the fireworks has again put the industry into a very optimistic path, and everybody is calling. So you can tell that we are ecstatic hearing this news. From a long time, our industry was trying to hear this news, and as you have already told, you know, the scenario was such that from April to December, the diamond exports have gone down to US by 60%. The colored gemstone another 50%. Then our studded jewelry 28%. Total overall it was 44% down, which was really a shocker. And that because you understand that diamonds nobody will buy with 50% tariff. So this is one big relief, because one of the things what this trade deal will mean to us, I will explain you, is that there is an Annexure 3 into the reciprocal tariff clause. What is Annexure 3? Annexure 3 takes down around 200 products which is exempt from the application of this reciprocal tariff, where diamond is also there. But there is a caveat. The caveat is that you have to be a favorable country. The country of export should be a favorable country. What do you mean by a favorable country? That means who are signing trade deals with US. So with the signing of this trade deal, whatever they have announced, I think the trade deal will be signed very shortly. And once this is signed, we are very hopeful that diamond import duty to US will be zero. So if we are zero, we are very few countries in the world will be having this zero duty status of diamonds. And we are the largest manufacturer of cut and polished diamonds. And of course, we can see that we can reverse the entire downward trend and we can grow also in this market. So this is absolutely a positive news for our industry. And if you look at the studded jewelry industry, see there that reciprocal tariff increase is 18%. Of course, the 6% MFN tariff will remain. Over and above that, 18%, whatever reciprocal tariff will be there, we will be lower than a lot of other competing countries. So in that sense, this 18%, what our trade is hopeful, that they can take some hit, their importers can take some hit, and the consumer can take some hit. So they can always, divide it equally amongst them. Let's say that 18% can be divided so that the price ultimately of the diamond jewelry in the consumer's hands will not be growing that much. So the demand will remain. At the same time, just constricted some margins, they will come back. Another big thing is that, what has happened due to this reciprocal tariff and this tariff regime is that US is one of our largest market with 31% of total gems and jewelry basket goes to USA. So because of this reciprocal tariff, the profitability was hit and the working capital cycles have become elongated. And because of this, the labor wages were also facing strong pressures in our industry. This also will get relief. So in one go, you can see that so many things will get relief and the industry will be in a growth path.
Right, so big relief coming in for India's gems and jewelry exports. But Mr. Ray, US made up nearly 33% of India's total jewelry exports in FY25. How has this changed post the 50% tariff announcement? And now, with this change in tariff yet again, how will the mix change because of the announcement that has come in?
See, I will tell you exactly. I have told you that, though in US our exports, though it is 31% of the total basket. However, if you see the April to December figures, the overall figures have remained more or less constant, where the studded jewelry exports have seen strong growth. And of course, the diamond initially, when it has fallen down, it is now more or less stable. So year to year, we are seeing a bit flattish trend in our total exports of all countries. So what it means that we have found out other destinations for exports. Our exporters have found out. So today, if the US is reversed, let's say we grow by 41%, and we also have found out other markets, including the EU trade deal has also been announced, UK trade deal has also been announced. So in my opinion, this will see at least 20% growth in the long run for our sector after recovering all these, downward trends, whatever we have seen. So overall, it is a very positive news.
So clearly, Indian exporters of gems and jewelry industry have found out alternative markets, especially because of the kind of impact the industry was facing on account of US tariffs. But now that the deal has been signed, how soon could exports resume? And are you expecting order inflows to start right away in the next, say, 15-20 days?
See, if you look at what has happened in this year at least, because US tariff was coming, it first started with 10%, then it went to 25%, then to 50%. So in the three stages, when it was coming, the trade understood that this trade tariff is coming or reciprocal tariff is coming. So they have taken, like front staging of goods. What do you mean by front staging? If we understand that tariffs are coming, so we over export before that tariff comes in. So this has happened two times in our trade. So this season, somehow they have managed with this kind of thing. So everybody was looking at a very bleak next season, because if the tariff would have remained, new orders would not have come in. So that is one big thing what has happened. So if this tariff announcement, that means whatever yesterday the withdrawal of this tariff, or oil tariff, and also the decrease of the reciprocal tariff to 18%, will mean that these orders will again resume for next season, because you also have to understand that it is only an announcement. So the trade deal has to be signed, the notification has to come in, so it will take some time. However, now it is a finality that this is happening. So the importers or the buyers in the US will again start giving orders for the next season in big numbers. That is one big change what we can expect.
Right, clearly. So orders are expected to start coming in just in a few days from now. Mr. Ray, thank you so much for taking your time out and joining us here on Neeti Now and helping us understand what kind of impact and benefit India's gems and jewelry exporters will enjoy on account of tariffs being lowered by the US now. But that's all the time we have on this edition of the show. Thanks so much for tuning in.